Hello. Oh, that's loud. Dr. Victor asked us to share in English, so we're going to share in English. Hopefully everyone understands. Okay, so we're going to talk about blessing, and actually it confirms a lot of what the people before us have shared. And blessing, so a lot of people, like when we think about blessing, you might think, or the world thinks about blessing in good health, in a car, in money, in a good job, so on and so forth. But actually, the New Testament doesn't define blessing like that. Instead, actually, the Greek word for blessing is Makarious. Okay, anyways, Makarious actually means happy. And so instead, Jesus defines it and describes it as a description for righteous behavior and characteristics of that God considers desirable, such as in Matthew 5, the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus says, "Blessed are those who are poor in spirit, those who mourn, the meek, those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, the merciful, the pure in heart, the peacemakers, those who are persecuted in righteousness. Who others revile against you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you." And so that's the kind of blessing that Jesus is talking about. And other times, and such as in Revelation 19, Jesus talks about blessed are, like it identifies those people that are waiting and rejoicing in the kingdom of God. Those people he calls them blessed. In Revelation 19:9, it says, "Blessed are those who are invited to the marriage supper of the Lamb."
So kind of going off of what Mark is saying, I'm going to read a few verses from Luke 17, and this is from the story of the 10 lepers. Jesus healed the 10 lepers, and only one came back to say thank you. So Luke 17:15, "Then one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, praising God with a loud voice. And he fell on his face at Jesus' feet, giving him thanks. Now he was a Samaritan." In verse 19, "And Jesus said to him, 'Rise and go your way. Your faith has made you well.'" So Jesus told him that his faith had made him well, even though he was already physically healed. So even though the leper was thanking for the physical healing and the physical things that Jesus had given him, Jesus focused on the spiritual things. This really just shows that Jesus values the spiritual. He values his physical, but he values the spiritual as well. So kind of what Mark was saying on the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus obviously values the spiritual things, and Jesus associates blessings with spiritual things rather than physical circumstances. So oftentimes the people that Jesus called blessed were poor and sick and hungry. And this thought really changed in me the way I look at blessings, because instead of defining blessing as what I don't have or what I do have, I want to look at it through the lens that Jesus looked at it through, the spiritual things. In Psalm 66:16, it says, "Come and hear, all you who fear God, and I will tell you what he has done for my soul." So this Thanksgiving, as we are thanking God for a lot of things, I would just encourage us to thank him for the physical gifts, but also thank him through his definition of blessings and the spiritual blessings that he's done for our souls.